Oh, yo, 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 we good testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, I think we're good. We are good. We are good. We are back with another episode. Is it true? The experience. We didn't go live last week. Really didn't feel like it. A lot of things was going on. But we're back today. We have new episodes. You know what we do. The three videos, maybe more if you guys want more. But we're going to ask, is it true or is it fake? That is up to you. But let's hop into the first video and see if we think it's real or fake.
The following terrifying case was documented by a mother who noticed that her young son seemed to be talking more and more to an imaginary friend whenever he was playing alone in his room. One day the mother asked her son who he was talking to, and he responded, "The woman with the long hair." And what's even more is the unsettling drawings the boy started to come up with. The following afternoon, the young mother was recording a video for the family when she noticed her young son talking to someone and waving towards the door, and the woman swears that she never saw what was captured with her phone camera.
I said that could be faked.
We can see a woman with dark long hair, just as her son had described her, and she was floating in the door just a few steps away.
I wouldn't call her floating, but yeah, that's easily
People believe this to be an evil entity that had attached itself to the boy. What a terrifying thought. This clip was sent and recorded by Sal J, who told me that he was visiting an older mansion in Mexico City. Inside this mansion, he started to document the TV room that was set up there. It was after 7 p.m, so the sun had passed at that point. Yet there was still a little light remaining. As he is filming the TV in front of him, there is a strange shadow passing by quickly. I know we don't have many frames to work with here, and the quality is subpar to say the least. He does not believe this to be a human shadow, and I agree. It's too fast to be another person, at least in my opinion. But maybe it was something from the outside. On a couple of frames, we can see this shape passing by once more in front of a tree. I have featured this clip because it reminds me of the many recordings of Kent. And just because something is blurry doesn't mean it can't be real. Erica has forwarded the next video, and it was supposedly captured by two friends. One of the two men was just having a phone call with a family member, when the other one was recording the road in front of them. The reason for this is unknown, unfortunately. What's interesting, however, is the movement pattern of a person walking by.
Creepy. That's super creepy.
It would appear that the upper body is bouncing in a way that does not look very human.
I agree.
I mean, look at that head.
It's a crackhead. It's a crackhead, that's what it is.
What could have caused this phenomenon? It's really strange to say the least, whatever it is that we are seeing here.
We saw
The
a
two men
crackhead.
thought the same. This next clip was uploaded by user Sasha Essa. The clip was filmed during a late-night investigation in the Netherlands. The investigators stated that they believed that they were alone in the graveyard. However, as you can see in the next clip, they spot something or someone in the distance. The figure seems to be of a man, however, he appears and disappears seemingly out of nowhere. Thing appears to be very tall and pale, definitely very strange. Why would a person be wandering around at night without a
You never
flashlight
know.
or any
Could be a
type of light
weirdo.
source?
Around.
There seems to be more questions than answers here. What do you think? Ghostly figure or just a tall man taking a walk alone in the dark cemetery?
Could be both. You never know.
Alright, now we want to take a look at a video that was shared by The Dark Dimension, and he tells us about a really strange case of a child sighting or a ghost child sighting perhaps. Put our subtitles on and check that video out.
Lo que parecía ser un día de distracción y diversión para un grupo de amigos se convirtió en una experiencia paranormal.
Alright.
Un grupo de amigos deciden ir a vacacionar a un hotel de 5 estrellas. Al ingresar a la piscina y disfrutar de la noche, ellos se dan cuenta de algo extraño que parece mirarlos a lo
Okay.
lejos. Míralo.
So, basically a group of friends that were out on the pool at night. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. So that's a group of friends that are just hanging out, and whoever, I think the camera might be stationary even. Look, there's like somebody walking. This could be anything, no? Oh wow, that's what's happening? I mean, look at that. It's morphing.
It's morphing. Nigga, how you tell?
This is really weird. At first I thought maybe that's just a person. But, I mean, look. We really see it standing there and then it runs, it morphs. I mean, it's a hotel at night who says that it was not just a child. But the movement is a little bit odd, I find. And why is it completely black? Is it happening just because it's nighttime? But I mean,
Yeah,
look
that
how
is
fast the
weird.
thing is moving, and then it's,
That's weird.
of course, standing to the left and swaying. And then it ducks down and is gone again. What do we say to that, guys? Is this of paranormal nature? I would say there might be something mysterious.
There might be something to that.
It's just such unnatural.
I can't call this
movement.
one fake.
But we don't
This
have
might be
proof,
true.
since there could be children around
This
in
might
the
be
hotel
true.
at night. And why did they film themselves? The following video was recorded by a paranormal enthusiast from Mexico and shared on his very own channel, Car Smith. He was out exploring a cemetery all by himself that night, and the video in
I would ask
question
him,
was recorded shortly
If
before
you're not a
dawn.
ghost hunter,
The man was
why are you
initially
going
a
to
bit
the
disappointed
cemetery?
since he didn't really come across
At night?
anything noteworthy that night. But after getting home and reviewing all of his footage, he realized that something was perhaps standing just meters away from him.
No sé. Estoy solo, totalmente solo. Y me vale madre, me vale madre lo que piensa la gente. Pero sí, aquí estamos.
A dark shadow entity seems to be standing right in front of him by a grave. Carr swore that nobody else was there, at least as far as he could tell. And why would that person stand in pitch darkness anyway? So, did he capture a
It might
spirit
be a
here,
weird
a
nigga.
ghostly visitor?
Hobo.
Or
We don't
how
know.
else do we explain this black silhouette? Very unsettling. Mary has sent the following video. She tells me, my friend and her 1-year-old daughter were in my bathroom when the little girl started pointing and talking to something in the corner that neither her mother nor I could see. So that's when I decided to open up my TikTok app and apply the ripple glitter effect. There seems to be a shadow of an arm in the curtain behind my friend. Right before that, I can see some sort of black fly across the screen.
What? What?
Mary didn't tell me if there was any more paranormal activity unfolding in their home, but nobody could explain these sightings this evening. Mysterious. During a service in a Mexican church, the spirit of a deceased one was captured in this recording. At least this is what some people believe after watching this on television.
What we got? Let me know what y'all think.
Can we be sure? I'd say no. Could also just be an elderly lady. Right?
What y'all think? I don't know.
This video was recorded by a channel called Monsterfish 5000. He states that the clip was passed to him by an outside source, by a man who was out one night to smoke a cigarette. When he heard some pretty unusual noises stemming from the distance, Monsterfish also states, this real goblin-like humanoid creature was captured under a rural street lamp near Pitcher, Oklahoma. It is very similar, if not the same, as the creature I filmed near the river in Ripley, Oklahoma.
It's Voldemort. It's Voldemort. Harry Potter's real.
We can see a figure in a dark robe with a pale face and pretty pointy ears.
It's Voldemort.
It looks at the camera, only seconds before the man makes it out of there in fear. This, of course, could merely be a mask of some sorts.
Exactly.
If not, he might really have captured a really strange creature that night.
And he didn't even look at the camera
Interesting.
like that. He looked down.
These next clips are part of a paranormal investigation by YouTubers and ghost hunters Sam and Colby. The team has gone to various haunted locations in the past to search for evidence of ghosts or other supernatural life. This Halloween, the duo chose to go somewhere very infamous in the paranormal community, the real Conjuring house, on which the movies were based. This house is located in Harrisville, Rhode Island, and is believed to be haunted even to this day. The Conjuring movie is based on the accounts of the Perron family, who moved into the house in the 1970s and were nearly immediately bombarded with unexplained occurrences. The main ghost known to live in the Conjuring house is named Bathsheba, a woman that lived on the property in the 1800s and was apparently very involved in witchcraft and even human sacrifice. The house eventually drew the attention of Ed and Lorraine Warren. This house has been on the radar ever since they investigated and performed a seance. Sam and Colby, along with a friend of theirs, Josh, will be spending a night in the Conjuring house and will be searching for paranormal evidence during their stay.
This is the room that changed everything for us. Everything.
Right here in the seance room?
Everything. I can show. Dude,
Bro, this is where it started for us too.
really? So I was not a ghost believer until this room.
Like this, like changed your whole perception.
My whole life changed right here.
Bro, last time we were here, us too.
Really? So I
What do you see?
First, look in the mirror behind Josh,
Oh, I
just as
see
he
it.
is telling
Josh,
the
see
guys
it.
about his terrifying experience in that very living room. A shadow is seen, moving behind Josh, and it seems to be moving quickly away from Josh.
Maybe the shadow didn't fuck with Josh.
The next occurrence is in the window outside the house.
Flickering up there? The fan? Oh my god.
The team was filming because they noticed the flickering, however, quickly realized that it was caused by the fan. But they missed something in the bottom right corner. You can clearly make out the skin and the hair on the head as he's peeking out. Do you guys see it?
I see it, but is
What
that
do you
real
think?
though?
Let me know your thoughts on this famous haunted location. And if you think these investigators caught
As an
evidence
editor,
of
you
spirits
can
in the
easily do
Conjuring
some shit
house.
like that. So, is it real or is it true?
Now it's time for the latest recording of Dino Nuggets, and we've been following him along for quite some time. There's something shadowy, malevolent living in his house. I love his stuff. Let's give the latest video a watch. I have no idea what's about to happen. The water turned on, huh? We hear the faucet. In the ensuite bathroom, I suppose.
Showers.
There's something beneath the bed. I did not see anything. Oh, the showers.
Why my water bill is $600 a month?
Pricey.
Crazy to know that your bills is like high because of ghosts. It's like I'm paying $600, $500, $700 a month because this nigga in my house keeps flicking the lights on and off.
So far, so good, I guess.
I'm telling the ghost, hey yo, bro, cough up that money. Cough
Now the
up that
puzzle
rent
is
money, my nigga.
I'm standing right here.
Never didn't hear anything turning it on either.
I don't know what
Could've
you
been
want me to do, Bob. See, nothing in here, man.
Was there something ever caught under his bed? I don't recall.
Time to move. Let's get it.
Let's see that again. Did we miss something? Oh! Look at that. I thought I saw something, but I was not looking. Look at the back room.
What do we see? I missed
Right here in the
something?
reflection of the mirror.
Well, what do we see?
Look right here. There's a shadow moving
Oh,
by.
I see it now.
Wow.
Right here.
It was funny because look at that. And it's semi-transparent. Wow. I mean, I was basically looking here, so I was not sure if something was going on here. I thought I saw something, but then again, I was like,
Right here.
there. Wow, there is a shadow moving by. Now, this is 100% the same entity that is haunting poor Dino Nuggets for quite some time, because what else would it be? right? I mean, you can say, yeah, that's maybe a friend or a family member, but I think there's something way more sinister going on, and it's creepy. So look at
Very
that.
creepy. I agree.
The following unsettling video was recorded by Jose Alonso Flores. He started his job as a night guard recently and is patrolling a factory at night. He started filming after he heard the voice of a child and other unusual occurrences unfold. Jose was not able to see anything strange that night, but what was captured on video speaks for itself, I find.
What did he find? That's the question.
During this filming, several disembodied voices can be captured that seem to be stemming from a child.
¿Dónde más escucho cosas? Aparte de ya no hay nadie. Ya que los trabajadores salieron. Solo yo más estoy solo.
Is whatever tries to contact the night guard here, asking for his name? It appears to be an intelligent entity.
Por acá siento que hay algo.
And after a while it tries to lure Jose up the stairs to the outside. And it is there where he snaps a photo towards where the noises originate from. Could it really be the spirit of the child that got captured here? Certainly looks like a little figure.
I give
Would
it.
you agree?
Maybe. 50-50.
The following clip was forwarded by Mordem X, and he tells me that it was recorded during a family gathering in South America. The aunt of the two little boys was recording them at the time, as they were playing around with a tricycle. Nothing weird happened that day, nothing that was really noticed at least. However, when the woman was checking the video later with her husband, they found something really strange popping up in the mirror. The woman stated that nobody was standing behind her and that everybody else was sitting at the table at the time. So how do we explain this head popping up? Was it something paranormal? Maybe a deceased family member?
Okay. That was decent first video. Very decent first video. So let's go to the second one.
Hello everyone, my name is Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future uploads. Alright, let's begin. This first video, which was uploaded by a user with the alias Wolfhound227 and shared on the popular Ghost subreddit, is likely to send shivers down your spine. The uploader writes, quote, "I went down into the basement of a church on my site and did some investigating there. I heard footsteps right above me moving in the direction of the altar. That was a fun night." End quote. Let's watch the footage together to find out what occurs, shall we?
You'll hear it again. Yep. Yep.
As you can hear, there are definitely some odd noises that sound like footsteps coming from above the uploader. These noises can be heard clearly, but the answers to the questions of why or how are not known at this time. Due to the fact that this footage is so cryptic, it is quite doubtful that we will ever figure out what is going on or why it happened. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that the next time this Reddit user investigates a location like this one, he practices the highest possible level of safety. The following eerie video was uploaded to TikTok by a user by the name of Alexios. In the video, Alexios claimed to show the reason why he left his apartment. The video begins in a very typical manner, with the uploader focusing his camera on an object in his home that is located quite a distance away. Everything seems to be in order until the camera moves in as close as it can get, at which point we realize why Alexios is so afraid. Take a peek. This video is making no sense at all. What the heck is going on? It looks like a hand has a tight grip on the doorknob without moving at all. And while the camera zooms in, there appears to be two glowing eyes at the top. But what does any of this mean? There are a number of people in the comments area of this video who are similarly puzzled, and because of this, I am interested to hear if you have any hypotheses or thoughts. If you do, please be sure to mention it in the comments below. Hunting the Unknown is a very popular YouTube channel that focuses primarily on abandoned building exploration and paranormal investigation related content. It's safe to say that this video, which was published to that channel on February 12, 2023, is one of their most unnerving works to this day. Their other films in general have a sinister tone to them. The video in question shows the proprietor of the channel as he enters an abandoned and haunted house in the middle of the night, all by himself, which makes the situation 10 times worse. The investigation begins in a rather routine manner as we observe the uploader moving around inside of the residence, which has clearly seen better days. Our uploader had to make his way through a place that appears to be in complete disrepair, which more than likely had to be more than a little unpleasant to walk through. And I'm talking from experience. When this does occur though, at around the 11-minute mark, true panic begins to set in.
Whoa. Couldn't do this. I could not be in these places knowing that some BS happened. No. We're not looking for ghosts. I'll be like, nah, let me out here.
Oh, no, what the Oh.
What did he see? What did he see?
God.
What the Indeed. What did you see? 'Cause I didn't see it.
The uploader's electromagnetic field suddenly sparks, and shortly after that, a wheelchair is observed going about all by itself for some reason.
I didn't even notice
Then,
that.
after waiting a few more minutes, he hears this when he is exploring a different part of the house.
Trashed completely. Hello?
There is a little break of roughly 2 minutes before yet another eerie thing happens. Have a listen.
I asked y'all, what y'all doing in this situation if you heard someone talk to you in the darkness and you're in a place like this?
Anyone there?
It's possible to hear the spirit box say ghost, and then 1 second later, it's possible to see a cloaked figure within a room. However, the uploader did not witness this at the time that the tape was being made. He seems to catch a glimpse of a figure out of the corner of his eye, but by the time he turns around, the person is no longer there. What exactly do you believe was happening inside of this really eerie house? Was there truly a ghost there? Was the whole thing really an elaborate hoax? There's no way for us to know for certain. A user by the name of Danny Ramirez uploaded the video that you will see below on TikTok. The video in question begins in a rather ordinary manner, as we witness Danny filming some forests that are located nearby. On the other hand, in just a few moments, we are going to learn the reason why Danny was so enthralled with the woods on that particular evening. Raise the volume and give it a listen before proceeding.
What the absolute heck is that?
Our uploader is understandably more than a little bit freaked out by the sounds that can be heard emanating from the neighboring woods, which are exceedingly loud and frightening and seem like they are being made by a Bigfoot. There is of course no way to know for certain whether or not these noises were indeed produced by a Bigfoot or something much less ominous. Some people suggest it could perhaps be wolves. In either case, it provokes thought, and that much is certain. In this video uploaded by the Paranormies, the group goes out to investigate this incredibly creepy house, which turned out to be one of their creepiest investigations to date. But first, a little backstory on the house. In November 1986, Winnipeg was hit by a severe snowstorm, and a man and a woman were trapped inside their home. The young woman became ill with an undiagnosed condition and worsened during the storm. Despite the man's efforts to give her medication, she eventually died in bed a few days later. During the time she was bedridden, the man kept hearing her voice as well as footsteps coming from different areas of the house. That obviously freaked the man out because the woman was bedridden and didn't move out of bed. And now back to the investigation. During the first several minutes of this investigation, nothing really interesting takes place. But around the 27-minute point, everything abruptly changes when this takes place.
You hear that? Paranormal! We are hearing...
Sounds like footsteps.
Sounds like footsteps. And right at that moment... It says paranormal. That's fucking footsteps. I That light's on.
That door's shut.
You didn't shut this door?
I didn't shut that door. That's what that noise was too. Was that on? Why does
No,
it look like somebody's sitting in your bed? Somebody was sitting in the bed.
Somebody was. This bed was completely made. No wrinkles in the bed or anything.
Somebody's sitting in this bed too. These beds were flat.
The sound of ghostly footsteps can be heard coming from someplace in the area, and it appears that something is being tossed. After only 2 minutes, they see that the door to the room is now locked and that there are marks in the beds. After a certain amount of time has passed, the subsequent event frightens them.
Mama.
Like a fever? No, that's way too high. No one could possibly have a fever that high. Hello? Oh.
Said you're dead.
What are you doing?
That's creepy.
Said this is a fine line. Said go with it.
Oh, it feels like something's tugging on my shirt. He's up there. Who's up there?
What you doing in this situation? What are you doing in that
Let's go.
situation?
I have my camera on it and the door fucking open.
This door can be seen closing on its own at random, and one can also hear scratching coming from the direction of the door. After little more than a minute, the door is unlocked and opened once more. A little over 10 minutes have passed, and the crew is still doing their investigation while moving as quickly and effectively as they can throughout the location. As this takes place, however, they will soon face more frightening situations.
Oh God. I don't like that.
You see anything?
No, that's. Oh my God. Did you hear that?
I just heard that. There was another noise.
It came from underneath us where we're standing right now. Right from where underneath us.
The basement is producing knocking sounds, and the Ouija board can be observed to be moving about in there. Then, while they're climbing the stairs, the Ouija board starts to move on its own.
This is your fault.
While this is taking place, the
Why
sounds
would
of
you
footsteps
use a
and knocking
Ouija
can be
board?
heard coming from the kitchen. Only 2 minutes will pass until the following event takes place.
Wait, what is that?
Am I?
That came from the basement.
We all know what a Ouija board does. Why are you using it?
I'm going downstairs.
When he goes down to the basement, there's a sound of something being tossed down the steps into the basement before there is another sound. After that, the ovulus says, "I will flash the lights." At around the 1 hour and 17 minute mark, it turns the light on and off multiple times.
Okay, no way.
Do you have faith that this house is inhabited by ghosts? If this is the case, then the paranormal should be careful if they ever wish to make a return to this terrifying location. And that was 5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, and subscribe for more scary content.
One more video that we have. We always say the best for last. Nukes. Nukes top 5 is always the best. Come on. Do I gotta refresh the page? Let's refresh the page and then get to this, because all these videos were uploaded this week. So these are all new. We're watching these videos together. I say you don't want to work, and now it's working. Okay.
Family
Let's see what
ties.
Nuke got for
Popular
us.
Japanese paranormal investigators Hiro and Tomo from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film are contacted by one of their viewers about a house with a horrifying history. The former occupants of the house were at one time a happy family, a man, his wife, and their daughter. But their happy life eventually turned to tragedy. Over the years, the couple's daughter began to develop a severe mental disorder, and one night, she tragically took her own life in her bedroom. The girl's mother and father were absolutely devastated by the violent passing of their daughter. Overcome by grief, the couple also took their own lives, right in the same bedroom where their daughter had passed away. This tragic case shocked the community, and the house has remained empty ever since. Eventually, the home was inherited by a relative, a man who wishes to only be referred to as Tajima. Tajima claims he's experienced unnerving paranormal events every time he visits the house. The activity has become so extreme that he's reluctant to even return there. So the owner Tajima reaches out to the Omagatoki Film team, who agree to investigate the tragic alleged haunting. First, the Omagatoki team asks the owner to give them a tour of the house and show them the bedroom where the family took their own lives. Not long after they enter, the guys experience something chilling.
やっぱりあの部屋に入るのは抵抗が大きいですか？
そうですね。あんまり入りたくはない。
先ほどお話聞いたその捨てなくなってたっていうのも、あの階段を登った先なんですよね。
あの事故が起きてから数回しか行ってないですね。
まあ確かにそんな事故をね見てしまったとなったらなかなか厳しい。
じゃあさ、あの階段を登った先、こう一気に空気が変わる可能性がある。
That's weird. What would you do in that situation?
じゃないですよね。どなたもいらっしゃらないですよね。
いやいやいやいや。
Do you think he's lying? Do you go check it out?
だってはっきりだよね。
もう本当にこういう感じっていうことですか？
はい。
A spine-chilling moan can be heard from somewhere inside the house, freaking out both the owner and the investigators.
変わる可能性がある。ちょっと待って、聞こえた
Tajima explains that this sort of supernatural activity occurs so often that both he and a friend have actually captured terrifying video footage around the home. The following video was recorded by Tajima.
What did he see? Because I didn't see anything.
Someone can be seen waving at Tajima from inside the daughter's bedroom on the second floor, even though no one is inside the house.
How do you know? That's why
Cut to another nighttime visit, and Tajima's friend captures something on the bedroom stairs that might even be more disturbing. Tajima's friend begins to record when he hears the unexplained sound of something banging against a glass door. He films the stairs leading to the daughter's room, and his blood runs cold as he sees a small, pale foot stepping down the top of the stairs. So, back to the Omagatoki investigation of the house. The owner leaves the premises and Tomo and Hiro begin to check out the home. Tomo monitors the investigation from outside the house as Hiro explores the house all alone. Hiro suddenly begins to hear strange sounds coming from downstairs. Gathering his courage, he heads down to investigate. And what happens next is truly disturbing.
What happened?
ちょっと待って。このうめき声みたいなの聞こえてるのかな。明らかに2階の方からうめき声みたいなの聞こえてますけど。びっくりした。今ちょっと神経が高ぶってるっていうのも原因としてあると思います。ここに住まれてる方ですか？ここに住んでいた家族ですか？今もいますか？この声は誰のものですか？娘さんですか？叫び声で何か伝えようとしてますか？
Another terrifying moan can be heard from somewhere within the house, but Hiro can't find the source. So, eventually, Hiro heads back upstairs and enters the bedroom where all three family members took their own lives. That's when he captures something that is pure nightmare fuel.
電気消えてるな。あれなんで電気消えてんだろう。もう充電切れしたのかな。録画も止まってるな。いや、そんな長い充電切れるほどでやってないんですけどね。
What appears to be a tuft of long dark hair can be seen creepily sliding along the floor and just out of sight. Hiro doesn't even notice the chilling event until he looks back at his footage later. He goes back to check the area, but there's nothing there. So what then is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire 3-part investigation with even more spooky moments over on the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film. A cry for help. TikTok user Ali McDaniel from Raleigh, North Carolina says that he just returned from a fishing trip when he heard something odd coming from a nearby public toilet. Perhaps the sound of a screeching animal. He pulls out his phone and moves closer to film the odd sound. But it turns out it's not the sound of an animal at all.
Yo, what the? Oh, I just dropped my phone. Dropped my phone. What the? This is when it's time to go home, bro. Time to go home. Hold up. What happened to my sound? There we go.
Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
A woman can be heard screaming desperately for help from inside the public restroom. But when Ali goes inside and checks, he soon realizes that there's no one there. Shocked by the experience, he posts his video to TikTok, and many concerned viewers believe that he might have caught a spirit, or possibly even a skinwalker. But what do you think?
Yo, what the?
A phantom favor. Security guard Freddy works at a busy construction site in Texas. He says that during a night shift, a construction worker named Jose needed help moving a giant heavy wooden cable reel. Jose is relieved when a fellow worker who he's never met suddenly offers to help him out. After they move the heavy cable reel, Jose looks back over to thank the young man. But he's disappeared. Jose reports what happened to the security guard Freddy and to his foreman, but they tell Jose that he was the only worker on duty that night. He was completely alone on the job site. So as a matter of site security, they check the CCTV footage and they're shocked by what they find. And this is where things get really weird, because Jose spots a photo on the wall inside the office and recognizes the man in the picture as the man who helped him out that night. Security guard Freddy and Jose's foreman are chilled to their core, because you see, the man Jose points out in the photo passed away over 7 years ago. The man's name was Alan Lopez, and back in 2015, when he was only 21 years old, he was hit by a truck on the job site and passed away almost instantly. Security guard Freddy decides to post the bizarre footage on TikTok, but after receiving some backlash, he decides to actually show just how difficult it is to move one of the heavy wooden cable reels.
There's no chance. Even if you pushed it hard enough, it's not rolling that far, and it's coming back.
So could it be that Jose received help from the ghost of Alan Lopez, whose spirit is still wandering the job site? Let me know down in the comments. Scared to death. Paranormal investigators Sergey, Nastya, and Igor from the YouTube channel Toppy set out to explore a recently abandoned funeral home and morgue somewhere in Russia. Locals claim that the funeral home is haunted by multiple ghosts, presumably the spirits of the deceased who have passed through its halls on the way to the other side. Late into the night, the group decides to split up to explore. It does not go well. Against her better judgment, Nastya agrees to sit all alone in total darkness in the funeral home chapel. Nastya can't see anything, but as the static IR camera records, we can see her start to get a bit freaked out.
У меня сердце начинает биться еще быстрее. Здесь очень жутко. Я вижу только красные лампочки от камеры. И стараюсь больше ни о чем не думать, кроме этого.
Now what happens next is absolutely terrifying. In the pitch black darkness, Nastya can't see a thing, but a crucifix suddenly falls off a table nearby. But most horrifying of all, the coffin behind her moves by itself. In the dark, Nastya has no idea what the sounds are, but nevertheless, the noises scare her enough that she decides to just get out of there. After Nastya leaves, the static camera continues to record, and what it captures is like something right out of a horror movie. A dark shape appears on top of the coffin and then slowly floats up towards the ceiling before disappearing into thin air. The Toppy team has no idea what this bizarre shape could be. So could it be that the abandoned funeral home is haunted? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Toppy. Just over your shoulder. This next video is a bit of a mystery as it was posted nearly 13 years ago to an anonymous YouTube channel called LeBron Who 422. The video description says that the channel owner and his two friends were hanging out in the basement of their shared home for the very last time before moving out. They're recording a few videos to remember their time at their old home when things take a terrifying turn.
Lois, what are you doing?
Dude, come on, man. I just lost like 50 bucks in cards.
You can get over it.
I know. I'm just have to.
Stacko, what are you doing over there?
I think I found a mouse in here somewhere. Are you serious?
Dude.
It's stuck. I can't find it.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on.
Dude, I'm not standing with a mouse. Turn the lights on. I'm not standing with a mouse.
I'll do it.
I can't see anything.
There's no mouse in here.
There's something in there.
No, there's not.
Did you get it?
I can't see it.
Dude, did you get the mouse trap?
Yeah. Mouse is really good. Alright, whatever.
Did you see it? Someone or something can be seen standing behind one of the friends just inside the basement storage area. But when they go inside and turn on the light, there's nothing there. So did the group of friends accidentally capture evidence of the paranormal inside their basement? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The thing downstairs. Sophia says that she's been experiencing bizarre supernatural activity in her home in Argentina. She's home alone one night when she starts to hear strange sounds coming from downstairs. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
Hola, gente. Otra vez el ruido ese. Poco estoy haciendo compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todo el día se escucha un ruido de abajo. Y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la concha, el olor a algo ahí. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo.
Sophia sees an ominous dark figure at the bottom of the staircase, slowly reaching out towards her. But Sophia is not having it. She rushes down to protect her dog and cat, who are both downstairs. But the hands disappear and there's nothing there. Only her two visibly upset pets. So could this be something supernatural? Or is it just another TikTok hoax? You decide. The Night Visitor Nuke's Top 5 subreddit poster VegetableSoft2865 says that in the middle of the night, her 2-year-old son woke up and got out of bed. She put him back down and then decided to check her baby camera to see what might have disturbed him. What she found was truly shocking. Did you see it?
Nope.
Something seems to be touching or moving the child's ear as he tries to sleep. The movement is so aggressive that it actually wakes the little boy up, and he grabs at his ear and then looks around to see who or what was touching him. Redditor VegetableSoft2865 says that her son has never been able to move his ears on his own, especially not the top of his ear. And she believes that something paranormal could be in her home.
Can you do
But,
that?
as always, let me know what you think.
Can't even move my ears.
Lights out. Reddit user ComCap7292 says that for a while now she's been seeing strange shadow figures in her home, but she's always wondered if it was just her imagination. So as a test, she decides to set up a laser light grid in her hallway and sets a camera to record each night. Late one night as she's watching TV in bed, something happens that is absolutely chilling.
What did I just see? I didn't see anything.
A large shadow suddenly blocks out the lights from the laser grid. Then just as the mysterious shadow disappears, the bedroom TV starts to glitch out. Now the Reddit user claims that no one was in the hallway at the time of this recording, and she says that she has no idea what this strange shadow could be. Shadow of doubt. Late one afternoon in Spain, TikTok user Les spots the shadow of a pigeon perched just outside her second floor window. She decides to record a funny video for scaring the bird away. But when she approaches the window, things take a very odd turn.
Hay algo ahí y no sé qué es. What the f***? Hola? ¿Qué es eso?
A shadow can be seen through the blinds, but when Les lifts the curtain, there is no pigeon, or anything else for that matter. But the shadow remains, and then just suddenly moves away. Les, who has never posted any other supernatural video, is baffled by the incident. She says that she doesn't really believe in the supernatural, but also she says she has no clue what the odd shadow could have been. So is this something paranormal, or just an odd trick of the light?
Do these niggas be lying?
The dark passenger. Very early one morning, a bus driver from Punggol, Singapore is getting ready to start his shift when he looks at the bus's CCTV camera and spots what looks like a person sitting in the bus's upper deck, which should be empty.
Pagi dah buat seram ah. Abi boleh ada orang kat atas eh. Sial kan, tak ada orang kan. Berderau darah aku lah, laki betul lah. Aku kuat jeritkan dia suruh turun tadi kat dekat tempat turun orang. Nak bawa lagi sini. Okey mak betul lah.
When the bus driver goes upstairs to investigate, the strange figure he spotted on the bus's CCTV is not there. The seats are all empty. So did the bus driver capture a paranormal event on camera? Or what do you think is going on here? I leave it up to you to decide. Thank you so much for watching. I'm still working out scheduling and a new editor and all sorts of stuff. So please subscribe and hit the little notification.
It be like that when you make videos. I wouldn't say a daily basis, but you're a serious content creator. Sometimes, nuke for people watching, ayo, don't disrespect your favorite content creators because they don't give videos out the way that you want them to. It be hard sometimes. It really do. You got to give them their respect. And they try their best. But how long have we been streaming? Okay. It doesn't tell me how long I've been streaming. Okay. But like this, you know what you gotta do. We're going to keep our ghost situation going, and we're going to make it a thing. We're going to grow it with the other podcasts that we are doing, because like I said before, we do have the conspiracy podcast. I have a third one, it's still in the works with my homie. Gotta work out the details. But if you like this, you know what you gotta do. You'll like, subscribe, and share for your boy. You know what's been, man? Nimbus signing out. Peace.